Welcome to a special Saturday edition of the Morning Update, and the only reason I'm doing this is because on Friday, when I end my morning update, I usually say we'll be back on Monday, and I said we'd be back tomorrow. Today is tomorrow. Welcome to another Morning Update. Special Saturday edition. Don't do these very often. The topic is civil terrorism. It's a term created by a guy named Tal Fortgang over at City Journal. He's referring to those protesters who get a little rambunctious. Nothing civil about it. But civil terrorism kind of sounds like an oxymoron. You know, like, Reginald, what are you doing in the middle of the street? Oh, hello, Barnabas, I'm protesting the latest thing. Well, you're in my way. Well, if you go back the way you came and take a left and take another left and take a right, you'll be there in no amount of time at all. Well, thank you, that's terribly civil of you. And that's not how it goes. They're obnoxious, they're in your face, and they do things that are already illegal. In this case, blocking traffic is against the law, and legislators in Utah and Arizona are proposing legislation that would take the existing crime of obstruction and giving it a little bit more oomph. Utah Bill HB 1311 amends the offense of aggravated disorderly conduct on a street or highway to include obstructing any street or highway if the actor does so in concert with two or more individuals and creates the offense of intentional concealment of identity while committing an offense in public. Gee, I wonder what that means. So, naturally, the state-level protesters are like, well, ICE gets to cover their face. And it's like, well, that's because you're doxing them, you moron. Anyway, obviously, there's a question about free speech rights, the right to protest, yada, yada, yada. And of course, in Arizona, they have a very similar situation with a bill that does pretty much the same thing. And the ACLU has come out and said, this is an attack on protesters. And of course, we have to assume the worst when we're talking about how the government engages with the public when we talk about First Amendment rights and free speech. But according to this report by Tal over at City Journal, ACLU, which is protesting the legislation, actually has some information on their Know Your Rights page that says you should not obstruct car or pedestrian traffic.
You better move. Get out now! Get out!
So the ACLU is admitting that, yes, that is against the law. It's obstructive. It's disruptive. You shouldn't do it. But that's what the bill's about, stopping people from doing it, or at least dissuading them. You can't stop them. Most of them probably want to get arrested. It looks really good on their progressive resume. In the case of Arizona's bill, it just basically escalates the fines associated with the behavior. And of course, if you decide to not listen when you are asked to remove yourself, or if you resist being removed, I would expect additional charges.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck?
Still something we need to keep an eye on. I think we'll see this popping up in a lot of red states. In blue states, they're going to probably make it against the law to remove civil terrorism. As for the term civil terrorism, I really don't think it's going to catch on because it really is kind of an oxymoron, even if civil means civics and civilians and that sort of thing. That's it for today. Keep an eye on those bills. We want to make sure free speech isn't interfered with, even by civil terrorists. Talk to you Monday.